Hey, what's up, YouTube? Jada up here to talk about TNA. I haven't made a video about TNA in a while. I actually watched this last episode of Impact. Pretty good show, but that's not what I'm going to talk about. I'm going to talk about this upcoming Victory Road pay-per-view that's coming up on Sunday. I'm also going to talk about Bobby Lashley finally signing with TNA. Well, Bobby Lashley has finally signed with TNA after months of speculation. You know, we see Bobby Lashley on a pay-per-view. He comes out, points like this, disappears. We see him on an episode of Impact, comes out, points like that, disappears. Well, he finally signed with TNA. And the reason why I'm especially making this video is because I want to know directly from the TNA fans, what do you feel about this? What do you feel about it? How are, the prospects of, what's the prospects of Bobby Lashley in TNA? Because before he came to TNA, when he was in WWE, I heard what you guys said. I heard how you talked about him. You called him Black Lesnar, called him a Brock Lesnar ripoff. You said that, he had the ECW championship, but it's not a heavyweight championship, so it really doesn't count. You said all these things about Bobby Lashley, but now that he's in TNA, how do they all change? I've been hearing already there, people are saying that this is the second biggest acquisition in the history of TNA. All that good stuff. What do you feel about this? Because honestly, I heard the little interview that he did that TNA posted on their channel. I heard he says, and he go talking about how he signed with TNA. In the same breath that he said he signed with TNA, he goes on to say, well, my main priority, it was and still is MMA. So basically, right there, that tells me he doesn't give a damn about wrestling at all. And he goes on to give this lame excuse saying, oh, well, I just had to come back for the fans because, the fans said I left so abruptly with no word or whatever. Yeah, you come back for the fans and then you just slap them in the face, spit in their faces also by saying, you don't give a damn about wrestling. The only reason why you're in TNA is because they allow you to still do the MMA thing. So basically, if they didn't allow you to do the MMA thing, you wouldn't be there at all. You don't give a damn about the company. Just another old guy in there. Well, not old, but, I'll say established guy. Another established guy in there that doesn't give a damn about the progression of the company. Just there for, his own personal agenda. And that's exactly what TNA needs, right? TNA fans? That's what you would say, you need more guys like that, more guys like the people in the Main Event Mafia there that don't give a damn about the progression of the company, don't give a damn about the future of the company, just there to, pump their chests up a little bit more. I guess that's what you're saying, right? Because it baffles me how TNA can be a company that, one of their taglines is, we are wrestling. But yet you hire this guy and sign this guy that doesn't give a damn about wrestling at all. And the TNA fans, they just sit back. Every single decision that's made in TNA, every single thing that happens, they always have an excuse. They always have an excuse. They always have this and have that. And everything is great. Everything is super. It's, Jeff Jarrett, Dixie Carter, they have the Midas touch. Anything they touch turns to gold. That's how it would seem from the TNA fans. Do you get pissed off at anything? Really, do you get pissed off at anything? Look at it this way. What is this going to do for people like AJ Styles, who hasn't had a world championship in TNA in 4 or 5 years? What is this going to do for people like, then he hasn't even had the TNA World Championship, period. What is this going to do for people like Christopher Daniels, who keeps getting screwed over and over again? Hasn't had a World Championship at all. Forget, in 4 or 5 years, hasn't had a World Championship in TNA at all. And these guys are the super talents. They're the most talented people in the whole sport of the whole business of professional wrestling, but they're being held down in their own company. When people like this give their blood, their sweat, their tears to the business, and somebody like Bobby Lashley is going to waltz in and get rose petals thrown at his feet. Because, basically you can make the countdown right now. We can start looking at the clocks and make the countdown, as to when he's going to get that world championship. Because it's going to happen. You know it's going to happen. I know it's going to happen. It's going to happen. So what, are you at all pissed off about this? Really? Since, AJ Styles is like the godchild, are you at all pissed about this, seeing as he's going to be held down once more? I don't know, just answer that question. On to TNA Victory Road. Oh yeah, and happy birthday, Bobby Lashley. I know you said, after announcing that you signed with TNA, you said you were going to wait a day for the negative comments and everything. Well, there you go. That's my birthday present to you from J-Dub. Anyway, I'm going to move on to talk about TNA Victory Road. I'm not at all excited about this card, but, it could flip. It could surprise me, because we get that sometimes with pay-per-view cards. You see the card, it doesn't look at all exciting, but the show, unexpectedly is good. Or you get the good cards and the show ends up sucking. So it could work either way. You don't know. But yeah, Main Event Mafia all up and down this card, challenging for the World Tag Team Championships, challenging for the Legends Championship, challenging. Well, Kurt Angle a part of the Main Event Mafia, but he has the World Heavyweight Championship. Yeah, but they're all up and down the card. Scott Steiner, Booker T versus Beer Money for the Tag Team Championships. I want Beer Money to win that match, of course. Scott Steiner, Booker T, their days have come and gone. Legends Championship, Main Event Mafia, Kevin Nash, champion AJ Styles. Actually, Kevin Nash, he can win that championship. I really don't care. It's useless. That's like the TNA equivalent of the Divas Championship. So, hell, he can win it. I don't care. Samoa Joe's mystery advisor will be making an appearance in the match. Samoa Joe versus the Icon Sting. Mystery advisor, are you freaking kidding me? Who in the world doesn't know that it's Taz? Oh my God, I'm sorry. I didn't say spoiler alert before I said it. Shut up. Anybody on the face of this earth, or that's a wrestling fan, TNA fan that doesn't know it's Taz, go back under the rock that you were under. Mick Foley versus champion Kurt Angle. I'm not anticipating this match at all. Hell, the match that I'm probably most anticipating is, honestly, the women's championship match, the Knockouts Championship match between Victoria or Tara, whatever you want to call her, and Angelina Love. Then you have Monster Abyss versus Dr. Stevie, Blueprint Matt Morgan versus Christopher Daniels. Christopher Daniels could do this match justice because we saw at Slammiversary, Christopher Daniels, he's one of those type of talents that as much as his opponents suck, as Shane Douglas did suck at Slammiversary, he still can, just him being in a match can prevent the match from being, bad. So Matt Morgan known for his botches and everything. So I don't know. Christopher Daniels could turn it out in that match. Have Sharmell versus Jenna Morasca. Whatever. That's probably going to be a train wreck. New Japan Tag Team Championships. Team 3D versus the British Invasion. Whatever. I'm just going to stop talking about this in this video right now. As you can see, I'm not too excited about the Victory Road pay-per-view. But like I said, I will be watching, going there with an open mind, and everything, and I'll judge it accordingly. So, yeah, peace out.